Good evening, everyone. We made it through another week. Yay! It's been very interesting talking with people this week. I feel like a lot of people are starting to kind of hit their stride with everything and feel some sense of actual calm, getting into their groove, knowing what their daily routine is going to be. And for some people, it's getting worse. They've gone longer and longer without seeing family members. You know, people are having to balance work while teaching their children. So I've heard a lot of people this week kind of just talking about the two very different things that they've been feeling, and almost at the same time, this odd sense of calm and this odd sense of chaos at the same time. And kind of just focusing on how do we deal with that at the same time? How do we become fluid? How do we roll with what's happening to us, without needing a sense of control, which can be very scary for a lot of people. So I wanted to focus this week. I found a great meditation by John Kabat-Zinn. That's his mountain meditation, which I've used before. And essentially the focus of this is just that we are all going to sort of imagine ourselves as a strong peak, as a mountain. Well, everything, the weather, the seasons, the chaos, circle around us. But amongst all of that, we continue to stand strong. We continue to stay in our place. We continue to grow with each season. And I think that's a nice message for us to remember right now as all of this, the chaos and the calm are happening at the same time. So I just invite everybody to take a comfortable seat. Please feel free to lay down. Whatever feels good for you, kind of shift your hip bones so your back is nice and straight. Let's just start actually, since many people are sitting all day long on video, or if you're standing all day long, your hips are going to be hurting you too. Let's just start with a gentle stretch side to side to just open up those hip bones. And just take some nice deep breaths into that stretch. And over to the other side. Again, taking some nice deep breaths to just fill up and stretch out those side sit muscles. And coming back to center. I'm just going to ask you to put your hand on the side of your head, drop your opposite arm, and just pull your neck over to the right, and just opening up that whole space here where we hold our tension all day long, that shoulder area. Just let the weight of that drop. And gently moving over to the other side. Really let that opposite arm just drop and feel the weight pulling towards the earth, and pull your head over to the side. Feeling the breath just fill those neck muscles, releasing the tension from the day. And back to center. When you feel ready, I ask that you just close your eyes or bring your gaze down, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Just start by bringing awareness to the breath, the actual physical sensations, feeling each breath as it comes in and as it goes out, and letting the breath just be as it is, without trying to change or regulate it in any way. Allowing it to flow easily and naturally, with its own rhythm and pace, knowing that you're breathing perfectly, just as you are right now, nothing else for you to do. Now allowing the body to be still and sitting with a sense of dignity, a sense of resolve, a sense of being complete, whole in this very moment, with your posture reflecting the sense of wholeness. And as you sit here, letting an image form in your mind's eye of the most magnificent or beautiful mountain you know, or that you've seen, or can even imagine. Just letting it gradually come into greater focus. And even if it doesn't come as a visual image, allowing the sense of this mountain and feeling its overall shape, its lofty peak or peaks high in the sky, the large base rooted in the bedrock of the Earth's crust, its steep or gentle sloping slides. Noticing how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how beautiful, whether from afar or up close. Perhaps your mountain has snow blanketing its top and trees reaching down to the base, or rugged granite sides. There might be streams and waterfalls cascading down the slopes. There may be one peak or a series of peaks, or with meadows and high lakes. Observing it, noticing its qualities, and when you feel ready, seeing if you can bring the mountain into your own body sitting here, so that your body and the mountain in your mind's eye become one. So that as you sit here, you share in the massiveness and the stillness and the majesty of the mountain. You become the mountain. Grounded in the sitting posture, your head becomes the lofty peak, supported by the rest of the body and affording a panoramic view. Your shoulders and arms and the sides of the body, and affording yourself all of the support that you need. Your hips, thighs, and legs, the solid base, rooted to your cushion or your chair, experiencing in your body a sense of uplift from deep within your pelvis and spine. And with each breath as you continue sitting, becoming a little more a breathing mountain, alive and vital yet unwavering in your inner stillness, completely what you are beyond words and thought, a center, grounded, unmoving presence. As you sit here, becoming aware of the fact that as the sun travels across the sky, the light and the shadows and colors are changing virtually moment by moment in the mountain stillness, and the surface teems with life and activity. Streams, melting snow, waterfall, plants and wildlife. As the mountain sits, seeing and feeling how night follows day and day follows night, the bright warming sun followed by the cool night sky studded with stars and the gradual dawning of a new day. Through it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing change in each moment, constantly changing yet always just being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day, calmness abiding all change. In the summer, there's no snow on the mountain except perhaps for the very peak, or in the crags shielded from direct sunlight. In fall, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant fire colors, and in winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself at times enshrouded in clouds or fog or pelted by freezing rain. People may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is, or how it's not a good day to see the mountain, that it's too cloudy or rainy or foggy or dark. But none of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. Clouds may come and clouds may go, and tourists may like it or not. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed one bit by whether people see it or not. Seen or unseen, in sun or clouds, broiling or frigid, day or night, it just sits being itself. At times it's visited by violent storms, buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude. And through it all, the mountain sits. Spring comes. Trees leaf out, flowers bloom in the high meadows and slopes. Birds begin to sing in the trees once again, and streams overflow with the waters of the melting snow. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit, unmoved by the weather, by what happens on its surface, or by the world of appearances, remaining its essential self through the seasons, through the changing weather, and the activity ebbing and flowing on its surface. In the same way as we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same central, unwavering stillness and groundedness in the face of everything that changes in our own lives, over seconds, over hours, and over years. In our lives and in our meditation practice, we experience constantly the changing nature of mind and body and the outer world. We have our own periods of light and of darkness, activity and inactivity, our moments of color and our moments of drabness. It's true that we experience storms of varying intensity and violence in the outer world, and even in our own minds and bodies. Buffeted by high winds, by cold and rain, we endure periods of darkness and pain, as well as the mountain moments of joy and uplift. Even our appearance changes constantly, experiencing a weather of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can link up with its strength and stability and adopt them for our own. We can use its energies to support our energy to encounter each moment with mindfulness and equanimity and clarity. It might help us to see that our thoughts and our feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather on the mountain. We tend to take it all personally, but its strongest characteristic is impersonal. The weather of our own lives is not to be ignored or denied. It's to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. And in holding it this way, we come to know a deeper silence and a stillness and wisdom. Mountains really do have so much to teach us if we can let them in. So, if you feel you resonate in some way with the strength and the stability of the mountain in your sitting, it may be helpful to use it from time to time in your meditation practice, just to remind you of what it means to sit mindfully with resolve, with wakefulness, and true stillness. So in the time that remains, continuing to sustain the mountain meditation on your own in silence, moment by moment. Taking a few moments again to focus on your body, straighten your posture, feel the strength of the mountain from the top of the peak, down its beautiful slopes with waterfalls and meadows, down to its very base that connects it to the earth and gives it its life force, strong and unwavering. When you feel ready, I invite you to open your eyes, roll your head around, release all those muscles in your shoulders, your hips, and your rib cage. Bring your thumbs and palms together to your heart center. Namaste. I wish you another amazing week. Stay strong, stay steady. Keep the calm through all of the chaos, and we will see you next weekend. Enjoy.